Next card. It's a weird looking card. What the heck is this?
Quito? Quito.
I didn't think this through. All right, let's continue.
Rack Cat? A raccoon? What does that say? Loses all mobility when not in Japan. Rocket attacks target insanely loud noises.
All right. It's nice looking.
I'll order some more of these Beggy Mon cards for my shipper. Hang on, you guys.
Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious.
All right. So, I have some TCG update stuff. If you guys don't care about trading cards, if you don't care about my new hobby that I've been doing for over 3 months and it's been very successful, then ignore this segment. We'll be done with this segment in a few minutes, but I have some info and some interesting stuff to share with everybody, all right, in regards to TCG stuff. All right, so first off, today, we have a ton of different TCGs to open. We have Disney Lorcana Attack of the Vine, which we opened around 7 packs of, I want to say. No, 4 packs of. And it looks pretty good. We didn't really, well, we did get a hit. We got Christopher Robin, but it was only $2. I am hoping that we get better hits in that box. There's guaranteed hits in that box that are supposed to be of value, unlike that first Disney Lorcana box, okay? So we have that. We also have the new box of Pokemon cards, Journey Together. This is Scarlet and Violet, so it's a set from the previous set, not the current ones. And we opened a few packs of that on Friday night. Those look good, too. I'm excited for those. I'm hoping we'll get some good hits and a good... That's a new set. We've never seen any of those cards before, so it feels fresh. That was awesome. And we'll have more of that. In fact, we're going to do that tonight, okay? On the late stream, we're going to open Pokemon Journey Together. So we're going to save Pokemon for the night stream because tonight's late stream is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. It makes sense to open Pokemon cards during the Pokemon stream, right? So there you go. We also have the remainder of the One Piece Royal Blood box of TCG. We have 8 packs left in that box, and there's a guaranteed hit in those 8 packs, supposedly. We already got a $73 gorgeous hit right there, so that's probably the big hit of the box. There should be one more hit in that box, at least historically looking at the past 2 boxes. There's always been 2 big hits and a few minors, so we should get one more hit, hopefully, in that box. So obviously, I'd like to wrap that up, and we still have Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Advance. That's a set that we only opened a few packs of. And the cards look nice, but it's a low-value set. I would say the Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more of a filler set. Okay? And what I mean by that is that's not meant to be a featured thing. That's not to be super exciting. That's like, hey, we need some cards to open in the interim when I'm ordering more, or we get a great day of overwhelming support, and now we went through all the other ones. Then we get to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? That's how I'm looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Box. Still nice cards, still nice to open, okay? So, today on this stream, we need to make the determination, would you guys like me to continue with the Disney Lorcana, or would you like me to finish the One Piece? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a poll to determine which of those 2 we're going to do on today's stream, this particular Super Mario Sunshine stream, okay? Keep in mind, we're keeping the Pokemon Journey Together for the late stream, okay? So, number 1, Lorcana, Attack of the Vine. Number 2, finishing up the One Piece Royal Blood, which should have a good hit in there. There should be one. Or number 3, the Yu-Gi-Oh! What's it called? Duelists Advance, right? Duelist Advance, I think it's called. Yes. Okay. So please vote. And that will determine what cards we will open on this stream. Okay, and thank you so far for the early support. Now, I have 2 updates regarding TCG. The first update is, as you know, we've been opening Mega Dream EX as our mega bonus packs for when we hit big support milestones, either $250 cumulative on any stream, or if someone does a $100 contribution, we've been opening these packs. Already, I got a God pack, which is absolutely crazy. The pack worth over $700, and we've gotten other various hits as well. It's always nice cards, whether it's holofoils, whether it's reverse Pokeballs, whether it's EX cards, or whether it's actual special illustrations, okay? So I'm excited to open more. I think we have 7 packs. It's either 7 or 8 packs left of this, all right? But I already told you guys, what I think we should do is we should continue to get this style of cards as our premium packs, because these literally are premium. You have a chance at a God pack in every pack. You get nice cards in every single pack. So I have ordered a different set of Japanese mega packs just like this, but it's not this set. It's a different set from the past, okay? This particular set I think we're going to like because there's a lot of unique, nice-looking cards in the set. It's not necessarily a set where you're guaranteed big values, okay? Being honest. You could get a God pack, and in that set there's cards worth a lot of money, but you're not really guaranteed to get those, okay? So, it's still going to be a nice set. The thing is, I don't want to spoil it yet. Once it shows up, I'd like to show you what it is, because I think you guys are going to like this particular set because of the cards. I'll just put it that way, okay? So that is coming. I'll let you know when that's here, and that'll be fun to do after we finish Mega Dream EX, okay? But I have one more update for all of you, okay? And that update is contained in this binder. And you might say, what is that binder? What is the update? Well, if you remember last week, we opened a special box of cards. It was a promotional pre-release box of Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity. And in that pre-release box were some really nice looking cards. Not only did I like the art of those cards, but I liked the fact that it covered the entire history of Final Fantasy and didn't really focus just on modern, but the classics as well. And if you remember, it included some bonus card sleeves, which was really a nice touch. And we got a hit in the 9 packs that were contained in that promotional box. We actually got a hit card. It was this guy right here. Yolan Orin, a full art card worth around $25. Now, if last week things hadn't gone crazy, okay, if things hadn't gone crazy, this card would have made my Wall of Fame. But last week, things went crazy. We pulled that God pack of Mega Dream EX, etc. Okay? So, this card is worth $25. It was on the Wall of Fame for like 5 seconds, and then it immediately got bumped. All right? But it's a nice-looking card, and that's a pretty good hit. $25 in a promotional box is not a bad hit whatsoever. So I was very pleased with that, okay? So after we opened that promotional box of cards, I asked you guys, would you be interested in me getting the actual set? And you said no. Most people said, that's fine. It looked nice for a little promo box, but it's not a big deal. We'd like you to focus on other major sets that are bigger TCGs, because the Final Fantasy TCG is not huge. It's small. It's small time, okay? And I said, all right, fine. But in the meantime, I looked into it. Those boxes are readily available, and they're not expensive whatsoever. They're under $100. I think, okay, well, without spoiling, I looked into it, and I was like, you know, I like the cards, and personally, I think I would actually like to get a box for myself. Not one that I'm going to open on stream, but one that will, basically, I'll do off stream, and, you know, I'll do it myself. So I did. And the box was around $70. Okay, for the whole box. It's 18 packs, I think 12 cards per pack. All right, so it ended up being like around 200 cards. And I got the box, and it showed up, and I opened the box, and I built a binder of Final Fantasy cards. All right, and I want to show you what the cards actually look like now that I actually have a binder of this set. Okay, ready? I'm immediately going to ban every idiot. Here we go. Look at this guy. You're wasting money on cards. Fuck off. Get fucking banned, you bitch. It's my fucking money. If I want to spend money on something, I can. If I want to share it with you, I can. And you can lick my shit. So fuck off and enjoy your ban. Okay. So, here we are. I had it upside down. Oh, the sleeves. I was like, what is that? The sleeves fell out. So these are the promotional sleeves that came with the pre-release box. They're nice. They're Yuna, and you can put cards in them to protect them. So here's what the set actually looks like. All right, as you can see, no, with the one box that I got, I did not complete the set. But I got a lot of cards. All right, so here is the set. This is what they look like in the Final Fantasy Blissful Eternity card set. I got a ton of them, okay? Some of them I got the nice holofoil versions. Some of them I just got the regular versions. And as you can see, I did a pretty good job almost building out the entirety of the set. I would argue maybe if I were to get a second box, I would probably complete the set, okay? So there's 124 cards in the set. It's not huge. That's a smaller set for TCG. I like the variety of cards that are in it. Like I said, it really does span the entire history of Final Fantasy. Okay? Nice looking cards, right? And that's the end of the set right there. In fact, that's the final card. That is Auron from Final Fantasy X. And that's the last card in the set, 124. Okay? So I right now, no, but it would love to have that up there as well for big variety, right? That'd be amazing. But to have 5 different TCGs all up there on the Wall of Fame is pretty awesome. I mean, I've had some really, really great luck, right? I really have. Now, some people are like, you should get a bigger Wall of Fame. Some people are saying, you know, what about your setup? Are you ever going to improve it? Well, yeah, like I told you, my idea, I haven't had a chance to work on this yet. I would like to maybe in the fall. What I think I want to do is I want to get a piece of furniture for here, whether it's like a transparent stand, you know, maybe a glass case. And I want to have levels. So on one level, maybe I'd have just for TCG cards, and I could get a bigger stand of hits, okay? And then maybe the frame could be either higher or lower, I don't know. And then maybe on another level, I can have some of my biggest value games from my classic games collection that we just priced out, you know, back in July. That would be fun to have a different variety of things here on the side of my collections and things. So I think that would be neat, but I need to look into it. And I just, quite frankly, I haven't had a chance to look into it, but I think I will eventually and see what we could come up with. Okay? I don't want to make toxic content.